Glen Rose, Texas, home of the Fighting Tigers, a beautiful historic town square, lots and lots, a ton of dinosaur bones, and a population less than 3,000 people, is quite literally America's dream town, named in 2004, but it didn't start that way. Glen Rose, Texas was one of the poorest towns, and consequently, so was the school district. Until 1973, when Somerville County decided to take on a giant project. A nuclear power plant. Glen Rose quickly rose to the top of the wealth list in Texas, and in 1993, the Robin Hood Act went into effect, taking a large amount in taxes from a small number of schools known as Chapter 41 schools.
Glen Rose ISD is a Chapter 41 or property wealthy district. Chapter 41 means we're subject to Chapter 41 of the Texas Education Code, which is Robin Hood or recapture payments. Texas enacted the Robin Hood system in 1993 as a result of a school finance lawsuit. And at that time, in 1993, there were some 30 outlier districts, Glen Rose being one of those, that had property wealth that exceeded $319,000 or taxable value per weighted average daily attendance. The system was known as Robin Hood.
So, how are schools funded? All property owners fund schools in their district with property tax collections. School property taxes are more complex even among Chapter 41 schools. In Glen Rose ISD, 40% of students fall below poverty level, but have access to an amazing education from funding provided by the power plant, differing from affluent communities that receive property wealth through massive and extravagant homes, houses, and properties. In 2015, House Bill 21 was written to try and solve the problems Robin Hood presented in the declassification of Chapter 41 schools.
Well, when Robin Hood was set into place in 1993, there were 34 school districts that were considered outlier. Now you fast forward to 2017, there's over 300.
I think what people need to understand about House Bill 21, which was very unique, is that in prior years, we have tried to fix school finance, and it's always been fixed through the court. So over the last 4 legislative sessions, we have worked to create efficiencies. We have worked to try and find a solution to the problem.
So why would a community want a nuclear power plant that was rejected by several other counties in the state?
Somerville County took the power plant when nobody else wanted it, thinking that any potential property value revenues would outweigh any risk associated with the plant. Today, the nuclear power plant makes up about 80% of the property values in Somerville County.
So if it seems there's no good solution, could House Bill 21 really be a substantial source of income?
No, I think it was a good first step. And I've always said that. I said, we've always said it was a very good first step in the right direction. Never said it was the ultimate solution.
The biggest conflict with plans like Robin Hood and House Bill 21 seem to be that one person is trying to please virtually every school district in the state, which is an impossible task. People like Representative Huberty have to look at the big picture and try to make an equal and fair taxing system to please as many people as possible. But Glen Rose looks at the plan and the money and sees personal loss. And it's hard not to when you live next to something so potentially dangerous, like a nuclear power plant. And your school is losing a substantial amount of money, which was the main reason for building the plant in the first place.
You're not going to make everybody happy. And that's really, I think, the fundamental flaw of the reason that school districts always sue. Because the legislators don't want to have to go home and face their constituents, because some of them are going to have to explain why, they're getting less.
Since Robin Hood was enacted in '93, Glen Rose ISD has sent in over $600 million to the state of Texas in the form of recapture. That amount of money would have given us the ability to run our district for 40 plus years. Currently, 40 to 50 cents of every tax dollar collected by Glen Rose ISD is sent to the state in the form of recapture of Robin Hood.
At the end of the day, Texas needs to find a sustainable and reliable income for all school districts across the state that doesn't involve taxing the rich an unbelievable amount or keeping the poor schools from the opportunities that others have. State reps and superintendents alike are doing the best they can, despite conflicting ideas, to give the public school system as equal an opportunity as possible.